Back. Hi. So, as you guys can see, I've had a really big change recently. I have been making YouTube videos since I was 13 years old. And when I was 13, I unknowingly developed a condition called POTS syndrome. And I have been suffering really bad with my mental health. I never really understood why medicine didn't work for me. And it was because I wasn't actually anxious. I was having heart arrhythmias and really high heart rates. And it was causing all of that, but it felt like anxiety. It feels very similar. I think I've had a real anxiety before, but it's common to have everything be diagnosed as anxiety or stress and stuff. And also, a lot of my family has this condition undiagnosed. So when I went to them when I was younger saying, this is happening, they were like, oh yeah, that happens to me too. And then it got brushed away and moved on. But so I have to drink water and like, really, we'll get there. But I want to tell you guys my story of how I found out I was sick. Big story. Let me just get comfortable. So my story is, I never knew what POTS was, and I've never, I didn't look it up. I didn't try and find it. I was watching this girl get a ribcage tattoo on YouTube, and in the video she talked about like her track career and like all this other stuff, and she seemed like a perfectly healthy athletic girl. And I liked the video, so I wanted to watch more of her videos. I clicked on her channel, and the first video that popped up showed her with like a feeding tube and in a wheelchair. So I was like, whoa, what happened to her? So I went on her profile and I was looking for the reason that she was sick. I went from oldest to newest, and I just started looking, and I found her video on POTS. And I watched it, and about 2 minutes into it, she started reading the symptoms of POTS. This has never happened to me before. I don't even know how to describe the feeling that I felt when she started reading them, but it was like my world was changed. I see everything differently. And I was freaking out because now I know I have it, but when I found out that that existed, and then I looked at that girl, and I was like, she's in a wheelchair. I don't want to be in a wheelchair. So I freaked out. I didn't handle it very well, but as soon as I kind of got a hold of myself again, I started looking for ways to get tested for it. I ended up just using Teladoc, and I went on Teladoc and I told them my heart rate symptoms, and they were like, you need to go to urgent care today.
The journey begins. I'm being sent to urgent care by Teladoc, and I'm not nervous.
So I went to urgent care.
Okay, we're now in urgent care. I'll keep you updated.
And then they did an EKG on me there.
Update, I just did a poor man's tilt table test here. I might get diagnosed today, probably not, but we'll see. Update now, I'm getting an EKG.
And then they referred me to a cardiologist for further testing, but they did think it was POTS.
After urgent care, I got a cardiologist referral, and I just got my appointment today. It's tomorrow, so I'll update you then.
And then I went to my cardiologist.
So we have arrived at the cardiologist. I'm not expecting anything crazy for this first appointment. Maybe they'll send me home on a heart monitor or something to track it. I'm not sure. We'll see.
And I met him the first time, and he wanted to do some more testing. He wanted to make sure I was anemic and stuff like that, so he did those tests.
So, little update. Right when I was on to start filming, in there, he walked in, so sorry. But I'm getting a heart monitor, and I'm also getting a tilt table test, and I'm doing some labs to like rule out other stuff. But he said what I was thinking is like, I mostly want it to be POTS because everything else is a lot scarier. So yeah, I got really lucky and I found a good cardiologist on my first try, which never really happens, so thank you, God. So, update, we got the lab results back and I'm not anemic. I do have a high platelet count, but we're going to see the doctor on Friday. I'm also getting a tilt table test that day too. They might have my heart monitor ready then as well, or we'll see.
And then I went back for a tilt table test, and that was it wasn't the old-fashioned one. It was actually on like the tilt table thing. So I went through that experience.
I think I'm smiling because I'm laying down. I'm also just excited. I'm happy to be here in the weirdest way possible. I got saline going.
I got diagnosed with POTS that day at my tilt table test.
Hey guys, so we have the biggest break in my medical case. I got diagnosed with POTS today. I'm getting my heart monitor soon, but the big scary part's over, so that's good.
And then I had a heart monitor on after that, just to check for arrhythmias and stuff like that. My heart rate was 180, and all I did that week that I had it on was just nothing. I did nothing. I just laid in bed and watched TV, and somehow I hit 180. So we knew I had a pretty serious case of it, so they put me on a daily beta blocker, and that's been managing that part of the condition. Hi, Dewey. Hi. This is my ESA Dewey. I'm at university now. I'll get to that part of the story later. You want me to go over there? But anyways, after I got diagnosed with POTS, I started looking into the connected conditions, and I realized I also had all the symptoms for EDS.
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Oh my God. And I have constant shoulder dislocation, knee dislocations, hip, rib, everything. And I have like really stretchy skin and like all of that stuff, but I have not been diagnosed with EDS, but we're pretty sure I have it, or at least some sort of condition that makes me dislocate everything, because sometimes it doesn't even hurt, which is crazy. Let me see. I don't think they're out right now, but yeah, when I wake up in the morning, I have to put them all back, which is fun. So I'm not being diagnosed with that because we are doing another diagnosis first, which is more severe. I've been having really bad stomach issues. I recently discovered I was gluten and dairy intolerant. I had stomach aches every night, and I just thought it was normal. I don't know. I don't know why. But yeah, I started taking this gluten cutter pill before gluten and dairy, and that's been helping. But we're pretty sure I have gastroparesis. So every time I eat some like the bad gastroparesis foods, I get like a blockage in my stomach, and then I'm not able to use the restroom for a few days, and it really sucks. So I've been following that diet, and it's been really helping me, and all of my mental health issues I've had throughout my life have pretty much resolved themselves to like a extremely manageable level since I started doing this. So we've been doing that, and that was the extent of it until recently. Now I am having seizures, and I am having extremely low oxygen stats. getting a lot of tests done, and I'm only get chest x-ray, but next video I might be on oxygen, which is okay. I don't want it to alarm anyone. Only thing that's going to do is make me feel better, so don't be alarmed by that. And I may have some other surgeries and procedures in my future, but yeah, I'm gonna be like this forever. POTS is something that can get better with management, but I'm gonna be in a wheelchair forever because of my EDS. I have so much pain in my legs when I walk. I have either a hip or a knee dislocated all the time. It's awful. So I am in my wheelchair now, and I've been having better days for sure. We're just looking at all our options, but I got some tattoos. Fun for my mom too. And I've moved out. I'm not gonna be at home anymore. I just needed to update you guys because I know I've been uploading since I was really young, and I don't know if any of you still watch me like 7 years later, but you do. I've been sick since I made videos. I just didn't know it. I will be making more videos about this if it does well. I'm going to link the YouTube channel down below that basically saved my life. I've told her this before, that she changed my colors, changed my world, did everything. As much as this sucks, I am relieved of all my mental problems most of the time. And I'm just a much happier, joyful person in a wheelchair. So my manual wheelchair is what I have right now, and it is really hard on me and my arms. I dislocate my shoulders all the time going up ramps and stuff, so I don't even go up ramps anymore. But hopefully for Christmas, I'll be getting an electric wheelchair. If you guys want a dorm tour, I'll definitely clean up and do one before I move out. And I'll do a more extensive video on my university experience because it was amazing. I'm going on disability, and then I'm going to just take a break and hopefully get better, and then I'll either return to school or I'll become a 911 operator here where I live. I want to answer all your questions about all of this, so please give them to me. I really appreciate all of your support and concern for me not posting for a while, but yeah, this is why I'm not able to finish series. My body always tells me to stop. So hopefully this will be a lot more chill and I can take it. But yeah, I just wanted to tell my story.